Hello, it's me, Canoopsy, and Chromebooks are very interesting. They replaced PCs in my old high school, and I always had this preconceived notion that they're horrible or even useless. But after actually using one for the last few months, I've learned that they're very good computers if you get the right one. The Chromebook I've been using is the new Acer Chromebook R11, and I've really discovered just how good a relatively affordable Chromebook can be. The R11 retails for around $330 US directly from Acer or $289 if you get it from Costco. The links are in the description. Specifications don't mean everything on Chromebooks, but this one has a quad-core 1.6 GHz Intel Celeron processor, Intel HD graphics, 4 GB of RAM, and a 32 GB SSD. Low-end sounding specs if it were a Mac or PC, but for a Chromebook it needs the bare minimum for a very fluid experience. And for battery, I was able to get around 6 to 7 hours of use. The laptop is made almost entirely of plastic except for the aluminum top panel, and it looks fairly simple. The laptop's design isn't anything really new or special, but it feels solid, light, and is somewhat thin, coming in at about 19.2 millimeters. For ports on this laptop, you're looking at the usual array of things that come on other laptops, like the charging port, HDMI port, USB 3 port, an SD card slot, USB 2 port, headphone jack, and the power button, which isn't a port. Opening up the laptop requires two hands, unfortunately, but brings along a pleasant surprise. You can use it as a laptop, have it laid down flat, flip into tent mode, or make it into a tablet. While it isn't the best looking tablet ever, especially with such big bezels, just being able to do this with such an affordable laptop is great. The display is an 11.6-inch 1336 by 768 touchscreen IPS display. Head-on, colors are fairly vibrant, but it isn't too sharp and doesn't get the brightest. But don't get me wrong, the display isn't unusable or anything, but it's just not the best out there. Above the display is the decent 720p webcam, which does the job well, and getting away from the display entirely, let's talk about the keyboard and trackpad. The keyboard has fairly low key travel, but it's not bad at all, and is very easy to get used to. But unfortunately, this keyboard is not backlit in any way. When you're using the R11 in tablet or tent mode, the on-screen keyboard is great, very similar to the stock Android keyboard as it should be, and also features swipe gestures. The trackpad is decent as well with a nice responsive click, or if you prefer, a tap. Now that we've talked about the hardware, what about Chrome OS? Is it a handicap for this laptop? Not at all if you're a certain type of person. It's easier to say who Chromebooks aren't for than who they are for because many people can get away with just using a Chromebook. If you're a video editor, photo editor, hardcore gamer, or graphic designer, Chromebooks just aren't for you. But if you're just an average person, then it is for you. Chrome OS brings along a ridiculously smooth experience because all it needs to run is Google Chrome, which isn't even close to as bad as it sounds. Chrome OS offers you every app that Google offers you, like Gmail, Google Docs, Google Drive, YouTube, and everything from the Chrome Web Store. There are some light apps in the Web Store, but they're just not the best. If you want, you can even load full Android apps, but this does take some work. To summarize everything I just said, Chromebooks aren't that bad. They're actually good. Really good. If you're a student, work in an office, or just want a good computer for watching videos and doing work, or a good tablet replacement, this is great. What do you think of Chromebooks? Leave a comment down below with your thoughts. Like the video if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for watching.